All right, since my iPad doesn't work, we're going to just record from our screen today, okay? So we're going to take a look at the title first. Oops. We're going to look at the title first. What does the title say? EdTech is profitable. It is also mostly useless. What is EdTech? Christine. Yes, it's a short for educational technology. So what is So since today my voice isn't voicing, I have a very bad voice. So you need to listen very carefully. I'm going to speak very silently. Okay? Okay. So EdTech is educational technology. What kind of EdTech do you think there are? What? IXL is an EdTech. Quizlet is an EdTech. Lockit or BlueKit or things like Epic, they're also EdTech. No, Sora is not an EdTech. Okay, sure. There is different Sora. Okay. So, listen carefully. Listen carefully. So, EdTech is profitable. What do you think that means? It means it's earning a lot of money, right? But is it useful or useless? Is it useful or useless? It's the article says it's useless, right? Yeah. Independent research identifies few learning gains. Few, not a few, few. That means there are only a little, not much. There's a difference between few and a few. What do you think that is? What's the difference between few and a few? Few and a few. No. In Korean, a few is 조금 있다. Few in Korean is 조금밖에 없다. Okay? So that's the difference. So in English, we say few when we want to emphasize that there is only a little. We say a few when we want to emphasize there is some left. Okay? So no, it's not the same. 조금밖에 없다 versus 조금 있다. So there is 조금밖에 없어요. Learning gains. The gains, there is only few, which means it's emphasizing that there is only some. There are little gain. Do you understand? Okay? So EdTech is where students use laptops, computers, iPads, phones, websites, whatever, to study by themselves. But EdTech has earned a lot of money. The problem is EdTech is useless, according to the article. So we're going to take a look at why this is useless, okay? McPherson Middle School in Kansas had been burned before by education technology. Had been burned, okay? But in 2022, school leaders were ready to try again. They selected digital program called IXL from the statewide recommendation list. It promised instruction tailored to each student level, igniting quick gains. So the school was burned because of EdTech. Now the school is trying to ignite quick gains. What do you think the word ignite is? To start a fire. Yes. It is. Ask Mr. Mario. The word ignite is to build a fire. For real, for real. No, don't search it.
To ignite.
Ignite.
When you have a match, you ignite it.
All right, guys, look carefully. They're trying to ignite quick learns. They're trying to start a quick learn, not try to build a fire of quick learning. Okay? Now, let's continue. The school used it to assign most in-class dependent math work. We thought it was going to be really magical, says Inge Esping, the principal. The principal. It's a name. Inge Esping. It wasn't. How was it? It wasn't. So was it useful or useless? Useless. It didn't really move the needle. What do you think the needle is here? The needle that we see on a gauge, measuring gauge, okay? So it didn't move a single needle. So does it have a big effect or only a little effect? Only a little effect, Miss Esping says. Yes. Focus. Dylan, stop talking about random things. Gio, stop laughing. Students found the program repetitive. Guys, focus. Students found the program repetitive, rigid, and boring. And distraction proved irresistible once they were on their school-issued laptop. So, where did the kids get their laptops from?
In the school.
From the school. It's a school-issued laptop.
So is it borrowing or
Yes.
is it giving for free?
Giving for free. Well,
Okay.
it's a bad laptop. Yeah.
Like Chromebook.
Yes. The school, guys, Sean, be quiet. The school tried blocking YouTube and Spotify. Spotify is a music listening app. Because students don't focus in class and continue to listen to music. Then they try to block student to student email because they said they continue to chat on email within the class time. But children found workarounds. What is workaround? To work around something, right? To bypass. And teachers resented, they regret, they hated their new surveillance duties. Now they have to keep on watch on the students if they're paying attention or not. In 2025, as parents had long implored, students turned in their laptops. So do they have it or do they not have it? They don't have it anymore. To be brought out only rarely. Pencils and paper now rule. IXL is used sparingly. Doesn't mean it's used often or not often. Not often. For quick extra practice of math skills already covered by teachers. An IXL spokesman says the school's experience is not consistent with what we've seen across Kansas and the US, and its programs outperform those of peers. What does that mean? So in this middle school, in this McPherson Middle School, is IXL useful or useless? Useless. But what are other schools doing? Is it useful for them or useless for them? Useful for them. That's what IXL says. According to researchers, McPherson's experience is a microcosm. What do you think is a microcosm, Sean? Loudly. Loudly.
A small system or a situation that represents a quality or something much larger.
Yes, so it's a small system that represents a larger system. Okay? So what they see in McPherson Middle School is only a small system of peril of ed tech. Do you know what peril is?
Yeah.
What? No, that's parallel. Peril, Christine? Peril, in simple way of saying it, is declining. Yeah, it's dying. The dying of what? The dying of ed tech. Why suddenly kill many people? So it's only a small system that represents a big system that EdTech is dying. 50 years after Apple began marketing computers to school, classrooms are awash with technology. Doesn't mean there are a lot of technology or less technology. More technology. Some 90% of high school students and 84% of primary school pupils have school issued devices. 4/5 of kindergartners are given them. Is it a lot or little? That's a lot. 4/5. 4/5 of kindergartners have laptops. Concerns about fractured attention and data security are mounting. Concerns about what? Fractured attention and what? Data security. So, what does it mean by fractured attention?
People are not paying attention.
Yes, people are not paying attention. Yes, their attention is fractured, which means they are broken. Fractured like Christina's ankle bone? Good. Although edtech companies tout huge learning gains, independent research has made clear that technology rarely boosts learning in schools and often impairs it. In 2024, meta-analysis of 119 studies of early literacy tech interventions, led by Rebecca Silverman of Stanford University, found the studies described programs that delivered, at best, only marginal gains. Is it big gain or small gain? What do you think marginal gain is? Big gain or small gain? Small gain on standardized tests. The majority had little effect, no effect, or harmful ones. Jared Horvath, a neuroscientist and an author of the book called Digital Delusion. It's not Delulu, okay? Has reviewed meta-analysis covering tens of thousands of studies. The prevalence of tech in schools owes less to rigorous evidence than aggressive marketing. What does that mean? The prevalence of tech in schools owes less to rigorous evidence than aggressive marketing. What does that mean? There are so many hard words. So, in an easy way of saying, what it means is the schools are told that the education technology are going to be great with so much good opportunities for everyone. It was a marketing. It was an advertisement. But did it work like the advertisement? No, that's what it says. Okay? Put your hand down. Christine, go back to your seat. Teachers are now flooded with daily offers for free tech. In 2024, American schools spent $30 billion on education technology. So $1 billion, $1 is, let's say $1 is 1,000원, but it's nowadays 1,450원. But let's say $1 is 1,000 won. So we make 30 billion multiply with 1,000. No. No. So 1 billion is 10억. No. $1 billion is 10억 dollar. So $1 billion in Korean won, if $1 is 1,000원, then it's 1조. So it's 30 billion. That means it's 30조 won, at least. But it's only in the US. It's only in the US. Globally, guys, listen. Globally, around the world, it is a $165 billion industry. 1650조. What? Oh, no, wait. 165조 맞다. I'm sorry. Technology does save money on textbook. So where does it save money? Textbook. And streamline lesson planning. But licensing and training costs add up. And many teachers feel burdened rather than liberated by all the admin and dashboards. We know that on those education technology, we need admins, dashboards, student logins. Dashboard is a page where we can see everything in one site. Yeah, teachers have it so that they can understand how students are doing. Long-term trends. Sean, stop breaking the desk. Just put it aside. I will fix it later.
No, it's his.
Dylan?
I was putting my feet here.
Yeah, but why were you? Okay, focus. Focus. Long-term trend raise the possibility that the rise of in-class device is responsible for an alarming decline in performance in reading and and other subjects. Scores on 21 nationwide benchmark. How many nations? 21 nation benchmark test rose from 1994. So it rose from 1994. Everything went up. Okay? Until peaking in 2012 to 2025. So it went up until 2012 and 2015. Yes. And this is a time was when screen use started to soar. If she's done, she can go home. Listen carefully. So this is a time period where smartphone became so popular. Okay? Everybody started to have smartphone. So people thought, oh, maybe using smartphones, using devices is good for education because smartphones became so much prevalent, which means everywhere, and scores all rose up high. They then began to sink. Whoop, sink. Do you understand? In major assessments for math, science, and reading from 2011 to 2019, greater in-school computer use for learning correlates with lower scores. What correlate? The more in-school computer use, the lower scores. Okay? In contrast, students in class with rare or no computer use at all typically score highest. See chart 2. Let's look at chart 2. So students who use almost never computers in class scores highest. Students who use daily computers in school, they have the lowest score. Distraction is one likely culprit. What is culprit? Culprit is someone who causes crime, someone who is guilty. So who is guilty here? Distraction. So distraction is the reason why score is varied. Another reason is that some tools emphasize gamification. So it uses game to teach students. There are some tools that uses game to teach students, like Kahoot or like BlueKit or like Minecraft.
Oh,
Yeah.
there's a Minecraft app called Minecraft Education that tells students.
But the problem is, meaning that children focus more on winning points than mastering concepts. They only care about winning the game, not learning the concepts. But there are more insidious issues. What does the word insidious mean? It's on your paper.
Insidious mean big issues and serious.
Yes, so insidious, in similar word, it's serious. So there are more serious issues, such as the ways digital tools weaken human connection and empathy in the classroom. So if students don't talk to each other in the classroom and they're only looking at their games on their screen, are they going to talk or not? Not. So less human connection, less empathy.
But our daily life, if we play game, we talk about it.
Yeah, but you only talk about the game, not the lesson.
Yeah.
That's the problem. Evidence show that apps can. Oh, I'm cut off. Can someone else read it for me?
Oh, where is it?
Distraction is one.
Here, evidence shows that apps can support learning. Oops. Where is it? Learning through drills in two areas for certain learning disabilities and in adaptive learning tutoring in narrow domain where there are clear right or wrong answers, such as spelling and arithmetics. Do you know what arithmetic is?
Yeah.
Yeah, arithmetic is counting, multiplication, plus, minus. Yes, so they have right answers. They have certain answers. So it's good to have these work materials to do online and to do with computers. But although students may improve through repetition within the game, they struggle to transfer knowledge to other contexts, such as standardized tests. So they can learn things from their ed tech, but they cannot use what they learn in other parts of their world. That's the problem. Common sense argues for differentiating between age cohort when it comes to tech. Particularly for younger children, what's most important is that they are interacting with other humans, says Jeffrey Green of the University of North Carolina. For older ages, Ms. Esping and Ronnie Trice, a North Carolina District Superintendent, advocate limited, intentional use. So how should we use EdTech? Limited and intentionally.
That's why we have screen time.
The pendulum has swung toward devices, determining the assignment rather than the other way around, Mr. Trice says. Back in 2013, Bill Gates remarked that it would take a decade to know whether education technology will really work. More than 10 years and hundreds of billions of dollars later, the answer is increasingly clear. Notes Emily Churkin. Who's Emily Churkin? She's an advocate. Advocate is a person who supports the idea. So she supports no more ed tech, okay? And fed up parent. She's a tired parent. She doesn't like it anymore. Imagine if all that money, hundreds of billions of dollars of ed tech, had gone into teachers instead. So do you think the schools and children would have better education if there was no ed tech?
Yeah.
Or do you think ed tech still helps?
Ethics still help.
For us, we use ed tech in this very classroom, right? This classroom itself uses ed tech. Yeah. I'm recording this so that you can have a look at it later in your homework session. You also can write and learn things through screens that I'm giving you with articles. So it helps in terms of reducing the cost of textbook. Or else I have to print you 200 or more pages of paper every month. That's a waste of paper. So it's better to do with EdTech. But if I assign you through EdTech, kids like you guys don't pay attention. Don't pay attention. So that's why for some people, EdTech is not good. So here we have this discussion question. Before we do the discussion, our academic discussion question, we're going to take a look at other topics. Gamification versus mastery. Do you think learning math or learning anything with a game helps or not?
No.
It helps, not helps? What about surveillance state? Do you think other people surveillancing you if you're doing other things or not? Do you think that's a good thing or bad thing? Do you think that's what a teacher-student relationship should be?
Surveillance is like stop.
No, surveillance in Korean is 감시. So do you think that's the relationship between teacher and a student should be?
Yes.
So teacher should surveillance you.
Yes.
Miss Riley does?
Yes.
Miss Riley?
Oh, Miss Riley.
No, so do you think that's a good relationship?
No.
What about the transfer program? Why do students find it easy to get high scores inside the app like IXL, but struggle to apply the same knowledge on paper exam?
Because they have competitivity and IXL because it's kind of like a game.
So IXL is more like a game, but real test is a more of competition. Sure. Another thing, opportunity cost. So opportunity cost in a very easier way of saying it is in Korean we call it 기회 비용. The easiest way of saying it is, let's say we have $1,000, okay? And let's say you can travel Europe with $1,000. And if you don't, what can you do with it? Many things, right? Will you sacrifice that many things and go to Europe?
I already went to Europe and it was boring and smelly.
Okay.
Rob is smelly?
Yeah, the subway was so smelly and it was kind of.
Okay. So that's on opportunity cost. So the question is, Emily Churkin asked to imagine if billions of dollars spent on technology went to hiring more teachers. Which is more valuable? A MacBook for every student or smaller class size with more teachers?
Smaller class size with more teachers.
More MacBook?
Yes.
Why?
MacBook is fun.
So you want you want more students to play games and watch YouTube.
Yes.
So they learn Roblox.
Wow, Dylan. Wow, Sean. Just wow.
We can see.
Digital workarounds. Students in the article found ways to bypass blocks on YouTube and Spotify. Is it possible for schools to truly control technology, or is it the battle against distraction unwinnable?
Double.
So do you think schools can control fully, or do you think schools cannot control fully?
No, can't control fully.
Cannot control? Because look at you. You always have that Chrome extension games already. Never mind. Don't pretend I didn't say that.
But there's a recorded thing.
Okay.
For these
Also, like, we can see Jungsun Jae-in, Hakgang-san things in YouTube. Yeah.
But you're watching just for fun.
we can see Kim Jong-un too in YouTube.
Why would you watch Kim Jong-un on YouTube? In school? No.
To learn about
All right. Here's our main question.
Schools like international school, like
our school does that.
make
We
us
learned about
watch
Kim Jong-un.
YouTube.
Okay, listen.
Like example YouTube.
All right, stop. We're going to go move on to the main question. This week, Sean, put your arm down. This week, we're discussing the digital delusion in modern education. Based on the article from The Economist, we see a growing movement of school returning to paper and pencil, or pencil and paper. After years of heavy laptop use, some argue that technology is an unavoidable part of the modern world, and schools must integrate it, schools must use it, while others claim it is a primary source of academic decline. In your opinion, should schools continue to provide one-to-one devices for every student, or should they strictly limit technology to specific supervised lab settings?
Supervised. Because if we're watching, like, we're having a science class and someone's playing Rivals in Roblox, that could make sense.
Right. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Because there are some kids playing games, watching YouTube during the class with their laptops.
Especially him.
Till you play games in school?
Yeah, he played Forsaken. In science
Forsaken?
class.
Okay. So I'm gonna start recording.